Hi, Catherine Reed here with Your Brain on Yoga. We're over halfway through class number 13. So if you would like to settle in, making contact with something, whether that's your sitting bones on the chair, your hands on your lap, your feet on the floor, something that's connecting you with a representation of the earth. And imagine those contact points. Maybe they're growing little roots. Whatever makes you feel like you're going, okay, here I am. I'm grounded. I'm here. Breathing in, breathing out. And let your eyes open. Let's warm up our hands. And open and close your fingers a few times. And then make loose fists, circle your wrists. Make it slow so that you can concentrate on keeping your lower arms, your forearms, fairly still. Change direction. And then we'll do the same thing with our feet. I'm going to start with pointing and flexing. Oop, where do I need to move here? I need to move like this. Point and flex. And then we'll do the circles like we did with the wrists. Both directions. Other side. Point and flex. Couple circles in each direction. And then fingertips to the shoulders. We'll do the same thing with the shoulders. Just checking in, noticing what you're aware of as you make this movement. Staying in comfort. Maybe changing direction. And then let your hands come resting in your lap. Imagine you have a pencil on the end of your nose and you're drawing some circles on the opposite wall. Now the circle might grow as long as it feels fine. Keep the movement slow. Come to a pause and then change the direction of the circle and start really slow in the opposite direction, just so you can explore whatever your body is guiding you into. Breathing. Coming back to center. Just pausing for a couple of breaths. Release your chin down towards your chest. Feel your shoulders relaxing and the top of your back stretching. Ease your head back up to neutral. Rock from one sitting bone to the other. So the pillar today, this week, is stress management. I'm going to invite you to put in the chat on a scale from 1 to 10. 10 being you feel you've got a great amount of tools in your toolkit. If you're feeling worried, stressed, anxious, overwhelmed, nervous at waiting in the doctor's waiting room or something like that, anything that's making you feel a little bit off, and if you feel you have all the tools you need to manage that in the moment, that would be a 10. And on the other end of the spectrum, it would be a 1 if you feel like you could really use some more tips and techniques. I'm going to put a 9 because there's always room for improvement. Always more to learn. Maybe it should be an 8.5. So anywhere from 1 to 10. There's no, this is not a hierarchy. It's not better to have a higher number. It just means you have more tools at your fingertips to calm yourself down when you feel you're spinning. And if you don't feel like using the chat, you could just raise your hand like this, or you could go to React and raise your virtual hand so it looks like that. And you could speak it verbally if you're comfortable doing that, rather than putting it in the chat. Alrighty. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you. All right. So one of the simplest things that I teach, let me get my hand lowered here, and that you may already be using because we've done it in class before, is the 1 to 2 breathing pattern, where you're inhaling to a count of 3 or 4, whatever works for you, and then you're exhaling twice as long. So that might be an exhaling to the count of 6 or 7 or 8. So I'm just curious, raise your hand if you practice that, you know, on and off. It's one of your tools that you kind of have in your wheelhouse. Yeah, okay. So some stress management techniques are not as easy and simple as that, and I wanted to do one of those today. Again, if you've been in my in-person classes, you might have done this with me. It's a self jaw massage is what it is. And we just did it on Friday or Wednesday last week, I can't remember. And the room always gets very quiet when we do this. And I'm thinking, this is probably one of the best stress management things we can do because it's so calming. Those of you who have done that with me, did you find that? Do you remember, Josette? Yeah, we've done it in chair yoga. Chris, yeah. So we'll play with that a little bit today. And you'll start with your left thumb under your chin. Under the chin. So you find the bony bit at the end of your chin, and then slide your thumb back. So you're in soft tissue. It's where the tongue attaches, the bottom of the mouth. And start some gentle massage. I like to make noise when I'm doing it. I find that helps me relax my face a little bit more. And then you're going to, there's a lot of ways to do this. You could do, if you want, this kind of inchworm thing with your thumb, and you're going to be coming up under your jawbone, like you're still in soft tissue, and you're moving towards the corner of your jaw. So little tiny exploratory movements with one thumb only. You're using your left thumb only, Just your left thumb, Denise. Just your left, the other thumb. Yep, other thumb on your left side of your jaw. We're doing one side of the jaw at a time. And you might find a tender bit. If you hit a lymph node that's working for you, that's fighting a virus or something, it will be tender. So be really kind. And if you do get a tender bit, it's a really good system that your body's telling you to, boost your immune system. Stop eating sugar. I find sugar is the worst thing if I'm fighting a cold. So all the sensations you feel should be just interesting, not alarming, yeah? And we're going to make our way to that bone on the corner of the jaw, and then you're going to switch to 1 or 2 fingers, index, middle, and do some more massaging. Moving up around the ear, maybe your ear wants to be massaged, maybe not, maybe just behind it. Breathing and making your way in front of the ear, a little bit in front of that flappy bit onto your TMJ, your temporomandibular joint. And just play around a little bit, maybe open and close your jaw a little bit. Might find some spots that feel really, really nice to be massaged. And then you're going to stroke your mandible, your main chewing muscle, from top to bottom like this. From top to bottom. Big chewing muscle. Let your mouth open as you do that. And it'll just help everything relax a little bit more. Finish with the left side of your neck. See if there's any places in your neck that would benefit from some TLC. Maybe a little squeeze. And when you feel complete on that side, pause and just notice what you're aware of, one side to the other. We'll come to the other side. Right thumb under the chin. A little bit of and start coming up like you did on the other side, that little inchwormy thing. Breathing. Nice full breaths. Being really kind if you hit any tender bits. Be gentle. It's not about creating a whole lot of sensation, just the right amount for you. You're up around that corner of your jaw now, switching to 1 or 2 fingers. Breathing in, breathing out. And see what parts of your ear would like some attention. And make your way around in front of your ear. Exploring, that TMJ a little bit more. And then stroke the chewing muscle, the mandible, from top to bottom. Ah. Inhale, sigh it out. Ah. Ah. Finish with your neck. When you're complete, let your hands come to your lap. Notice what you feel, what you're aware of. I'd love to hear in the chat what you're aware of right now. Ah, all kinds of things. Great. So hopefully it helps you realize that techniques like that can be such a gift when we're feeling spinny. Okay, let's bring the wrists across each other like this. Your hands are going to be on your shoulders or maybe down on your upper arms, whatever works. When your hands are crossed like this, I'd like you to look down. So there's a little bit of a rounding in your spine. On your inhale, look forward, open your arms into cactus arms. On your exhale, cross your wrists, head comes down. Opening your arms, looking forward, inhale. Exhale, put the opposite wrist on top. Open your arms, look forward, inhale. Opposite wrist on top. Every time you cross, you're putting the opposite one on top, just to give the brain a little something to keep in mind. Please do 2 more in your own time. And come into stillness when you're ready. Breathing here, now. You're going to reach your right arm up. Modify if you need to, please. Those of you who have shoulder stuff, it might look like this. It might look like that. If your shoulder's okay with reaching your arm up, reach. Maybe tilt a little bit so you get a stretch from all the way from your right sitting bone right out through the fingertips. Modify for your body. Come back to center. Easing the arm down. Other arm comes up. Exploring, noticing, being kind. First principle of yoga, non-violence. Root your left sitting bone. Reach out through the fingertips. Ease back to sitting normally. Take your arms out in a T. One palm is facing up, the other palm is facing down, and you're going to start to reverse. Reverse. You can hold your arms at any height that works for you. Begin looking towards the upraised palm. Breathing. Pause when you're gazing towards your right hand and reach in that direction. Come slowly back to center. Flip your palms. Gaze towards the left and reach. Ease back to center. Bring your hands to your lap. Turn your palms down for starters. And paddle your feet. And then change the weight distribution. So paddle them so that the balls, mostly the balls of the feet are hitting the floor and the heels are just kissing the floor. And then mostly the heels for a few taps so that the balls of feet are hardly touching. It's more on the heels. Play around with that. And then come up onto the balls of your feet. So if you were standing, your heels would be right off the floor, and pause there. Lean forward a little bit so a little bit more weight comes onto the balls of the feet. Be slow with this exploration so your feet are giving you feedback. Responding appropriately. Come back up to vertical. Plant your feet. Then place your forearms on your thighs. We're going to come into a resting pose. Slowly begin lifting your head, lifting your chest, creating a bit of a curve in your back to prepare to come up to sitting. Push your way with your hands on your legs. Breathing at center. Relax your shoulders, bring your elbows into your side waist, palms are facing up. Hands are about shoulder distance apart, maybe a little bit wider than your shoulders. Keep your torso still, start to move your hands away from each other. Keep your torso still, you're not letting the chest and the belly move forward. All that's moving are the arms. Back to your starting position. Open them again. Breathing. You'll reach a point, you'll feel some of those muscles, those little muscles that we're strengthening here, are working very hard at the edge of your range. Maybe one more, maybe two is enough, so choose accordingly. And then shake your arms out. We didn't do a twist. I was thinking, what did we not do yet? We didn't do a twist. So let's do this one. Actually, before that, I want you to place your hands on your head. Skip this if that doesn't work. Push down with your hands and push up with your head so you feel taller. Inhale, exhale, release your hands. Let your shoulders relax, let your body come back to its sort of normal length in the torso. And the next time you clasp your hands, we all have a favored way. I'd like you to do it the other way. It'll feel really weird. Hands on the head, push the hands into the head, push the head into the hands. Inhale. Keep your body long as you release your arms. Stay stretched up, 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 so you really get a sense of what muscles you're using to create that length in your spine, and then release. Okay. Hands together, fingertips on the chin, and do that same extension that you just did using the hands, but you're using your muscles, so you feel taller, reaching up, inhale. Slow twist to your right on the exhale. Just keeping that extension in the spine, the length in your torso. Slowly make your way back to center. Lengthen up, inhale, and exhale as you explore this side. And slowly coming back to center. Releasing your arms. Maybe give them a little swing. And then do whatever preparations you need to do, maybe having a sip of water to prepare for Kirtan Kriya. I want to share something. The more I do Kirtan Kriya, the more I notice when I skip a couple of days. So I didn't get to it Saturday or Sunday. Missed 2 days. And I can definitely feel there's just that, that kind of fogginess. And it's very subtle sometimes. Like we feel like we're functioning normally, but there's a little bit of something, right? So I'm starting to notice it when I miss it for only 2 days, which to me is just saying how effective it is, right? And how much more sensitive I am to noticing when I skip it. So, all right, I'm gonna set up for the starting bell here. Satanama, 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 Satanam. Whisper. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. And the whoosh, 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 white light coming in the crown of your head, out the third eye. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Ta, na, ma. Sa, We're going into silence now. Maybe you hear the echo of the notes in your head. And still, always, wish white light. And whisper, sa, ta, na, ma, 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 sa, ta, na, I'm chanting Satanama, 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 Satanama. Finish up. Breathing in, hands coming up. Breathing out, arms out and down. Pausing for a couple of breaths here. Breathing in, breathing out. Today's quote is from Georg Christoph Lichtenberg. One's first step in wisdom is to question everything, and one's last is to come to terms with everything. Please unmute your microphone.